All right, you guys, we're gonna go straight to the organic chicks, okay? Because I got them out here and I got them in a crazy way. This is their first time outside like ever. They've been in my house to the point they started getting stinking. I said they gotta go, they gotta get outside. So here go the organic chicks, the ones from the broody hen, all natural. So let's check them out. About time for a little snack. I had them out here scratching, going for their own food, learning how to scratch. Look, they still don't know what's going on because they so used to getting it out of those feeders, those little feeders. I'm not putting it back in there. They got to learn. So out here, this is how they turned out. And it looks like I got a bunch of barred rocks. Nothing else really did anything. And that's blowing my mind. So far, it looks like they're all barred rocks. I was hoping for a couple more buff Orpingtons, but I guess that's a no-go. So they doing good. They getting real big. They ain't gonna be able to keep staying in the house stinking like that. Gonna head back and hop on the horse and let's go see the other stuff going on. Okay, what I want to show you guys now is my idea, and I got to give credit to Essie the gardener, because when I seen her with those pellets, I was like, oh man, I could use that. So Essie the gardener, thank you, darling. That was a wonderful idea. Y'all go over there, check out her. She got all kind of stuff going on, and damn it, if she can't grow some kale and some spinach, I don't know what she fed them, but whatever she doing, I told her I want to learn how you doing it, because that's how I want to do it. Don't ever think you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Believe that. So anyway, the pallet platform that I'm building, check it out. This is it, you guys. I put down a lot of cardboard under there so the grass can stop growing. I left me a little space back there so I can be able to cut that grass and everything so all of that don't get too crazy. Anyway, what I plan on doing is so simple. What I plan on doing is I'm going to go get plywood, not particle board, okay? Remember that. Plywood. Go get plywood. So I'm going to get 1/2-inch plywood and lay across the top. And me and Little Lead is going to drill that all down. And it's going to be one solid platform. It's going to be that simple. Lay it on top. Nail or screw it down. So that's what I plan on doing. Putting the sheets over top. Drill them down. Make it one big whole platform. I got my avocado, my mangoes, my star fruit, all of this, all my inventions and creations and experiments I want on this platform so it ain't spread it all out my yard. So that's the update, and I'm gonna give y'all another update on that platform as soon as I get it down, and I'm gonna show you me laying down the plywood, okay? So let's keep it going. We ain't done yet. Okay, now this will make me proud. This will make me real proud. I'm gonna call them out. Woodley's Garden Center is a garden center here in Columbia, and I love them. They got quality stuff, and I always go there and shop. When I got all my loquat trees and everything else, that's where I went. So they gave me a Fuyu persimmon tree, and they said, you know, if anybody can bring this back to life, you can do it. So we held on to this and waited till you come in, and you can have this for free. Woodley's Garden Center gave me this tree for free, and I tried to graft onto it. None of the grafts took onto the Fuyu. But check this out. This is why I really wanted this tree, because as you can see, I'm gonna turn it around. As you can see, it sprouted, and it got a piece popping out of the side. This is the grafted piece. So all the pieces that grew below this, I didn't want. Anything below here is the rootstock. I didn't want that. This is what I wanted. So that big piece is even trying to fruit. Where is that piece at? Right inside this bud here is a fruit bud. I said, well, there you go. I'm going to do something and put a fence around that, protect it so birds don't come sit on it, because that might be our last hope for this tree. But it's doing great. And as you can see down here, see that? We don't want that. Oh, that looked like something I grafted on here. Wait a minute, let's see. Because let me make sure. I don't want to get all happy. Let me see. This one ain't too sharp. I got all kind of stuff growing out of here. See, this ain't my normal knife. This is actually the one I gave little lead. But it was right where I needed it to be at the time. So, let's see what's under here. That's what, okay, that's not mine. Because this is what I did. This is the graft I did. Damn, that ain't moving though. I'm gonna just leave that alone. Because the graft I did ain't moving. Oh, shit. It worked. That's all part of it. That's all part of it, y'all. So this is a chocolate persimmon piece right here. So it did work. That's all attached. Because I remember it's the long piece down here. Oh, okay. So it worked. We got a double whammy. So here's the original Fuyu actually growing. And here's my, damn, there's my piece. That's the only piece I grafted about 5 pieces on here, and that's the only one it took. See how that's busting through the tape? That's coming through the tape. That's my piece. Oh, snap. Can't tell me nothing right now. Shoo. So, okay, there you go. The Fuyu took place, and the graft is taking place. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm glad I didn't rip that tape. I probably would have ripped that bud right off of there. So, there you go. I got one more for you. We got Fuyu, we scoring with the chicks, scoring with the doggone pallets. We gonna keep it going. Hold on. Now, for this, I'm gonna need a drum roll because this is serious. I'm gonna take y'all back. Do you remember when I did the 2 air layers off of Bonita? Bonita's baby is what we called it. One of them didn't make it. The first one, the small one, didn't make it. And then I took the bigger one and I said, this ain't gonna do very well. I don't see this doing very well at all. It's so big. Everybody said, cut all the leaves off. Do this, do that. And I said, nah, I'm gonna just let it go and see what happened. It worked. And I'm gonna tell you how it worked. Watch this. This is it. Do you remember that? This whole big one, all of those leaves fell off on their own. All of the leaves fell off. Did everybody say, cut them off, take them off? They fell off. Didn't have to do that. So now what we have is new growth. It's budding out all over the place with new growth. See that? So the air layer from the Fuyu persimmon, this may be the only one I've ever seen on YouTube take. Look, this is all new. That's new, you guys. All of the old leaves fell off. And if you're still questioning, I came out earlier and seen this. If you're still questioning anything, look at that. Brand new bud at the bottom down there too. Let me get around here. Brand new bud. So this Fuyu persimmon air layer graft is working. And I put it in this pot. If you remember, it was standing straight up. But so many squirrels sat on the damn, I kept seeing birds and squirrels sitting on it. They're the ones that made it lean over like that, and I just left it alone. So I keep it watered every blue moon. I keep forgetting about it. But as you can see, we got green growth. We got leaves, green buds. There's one right there too. I'm gonna leave it alone. And we got green buds coming out all over here. And this is the furthest reach from the base of the tree. So that's saying a lot. That means it's getting nutrients and energy from that root. And I tried to break a couple of these little nipples off, see if they was dry, and all they do is bend. When they bend like that, you know you got some life. Now, I'm just for giggles, I'm going to cut. I'm gonna cut into it just for giggles. I know this worked. I know it's green. I did it earlier. Hard to do this with one hand, but I'm gonna do it. Just dull ass knife. Look at that. You can see the green right there. See it? This thing is alive, y'all. So what we got a live Fuyu air layer graft. Bam. It worked. I know I said it before, but I was still skeptical because wasn't really seeing a whole lot of nothing. But as you can see right there, we got it. We got leaves, we got buds. I think all it was waiting for was the heat, and I think the reason why the smaller one didn't take is because it just wasn't hot enough. This one took. Oh hell, I'm seeing another. Oh, I thought I saw another bud popping out, but we doing all right. So y'all, air layering Fuyu persimmons work, and here's proof right here. I'm gonna do a whole video on that so the world can see just that, because can't find no videos. You see people grafting them, but you never see the results, right? Here you go, right here. So I'm gonna keep it moving. Let's go. Now, this one a lot of people don't really care for, but you know, I gotta put it out there for my bee lovers. The swarm, the miracle swarm, while I was doing the Fuyu grafts, that video, we was doing the grafts, and a big swarm of bees clouded the sky and just moved into this box. Check it out. As you can see, we had to add another box onto the top because they filled that pink box up instantly. We threw another box on the top. It's filled. We haven't been back in it yet, but when they start bearding out here, that's a couple different reasons why they do that. One, it's too hot in there. Usually if it's too hot in there, that's because there's too many of them inside. So as you can see all the activity, we're gonna have to go in there. Oh, it smells so good over here. It smell like honeysuckle flowers and honey. That's what it smells like where I'm standing right now. So we're gonna have to go in there and separate these. I'm gonna split this hive and put more boxes on it. So I'm gonna set one right here, and I'm gonna put boxes on both so that queen can still produce and they can make a new queen. So that's how that's gonna work out. All right, just a quick update for my bee lovers. I get a lot of bee lovers too, so they all down. So that's coming soon, okay? And I'm gonna do a whole nother update on that. So far, we rocking. My garden ain't coming out exactly like I wanted it this year, but it's happening for us. Everything is a blessing, you know? Yeah, this is why I say grow a bunch of different things. My peaches didn't pan out, my plums didn't pan out, but we got plenty of Fuyu persimmons, plenty of apples still growing. So plant a variety of things, you guys. So, okay, so hold on. We still ain't done. Hold on. Okay, this is one that I'm really proud of because honestly, look at my greasy face. Honestly, last summer was the first time I had ever did an air layer graft. And Garden Love was telling me how to do it. Diana from Garden Love channel, she was telling me how to do it. So thank you, Garden Love, because now I'm an air layering grafting fool. That Fuyu persimmon is because of you. That worked because of you, because I had never pulled it off before. So quick update, a couple more air layers that turned out excellent. Okay, remember last year, and I got this request actually last night, so it's perfect timing. Remember my LSU Gold Fig? I did the air layer on that. Check it out. Oh, the sun is going down on me, so my lighting getting crazy. Air layer fig, LSU Gold, and the Celeste fig. Check this out. The big potted one that I put the pot in, go back and check that video out. I put the pot around the whole base of the tree that was coming out at another angle and filled it full of soil, and this is what it did. Check it out. This is it. This is the piece that I gotta stand back. It's got so big. This is the piece that I grafted off of it. This whole tree right here. All of this. Now, I know it's a lot of trees in here, so it's hard to see which is which, but all of that is fig trees that I grafted or air layered off. And look, it's full of fruit. It's loaded with fruit, as you can see. Loaded. Every branch got figs on it. And I just took this last year. every branch full of figs. This is the LSU Gold. This is Laird Farmer's Choice, because I got plenty of fig trees. None of them are more productive than this fig tree right here. The Celeste comes second, but nothing is topping this. This thing is fresh out of the ground, off of a graft. And I put it in this this giant pot, and everybody keep wondering where my pots come from. This is a laundry bucket from Walmart. If you don't think these last, I've had all of these laundry buckets ever since I lived at my old land. I've been in this house for 5 years. So I'm gonna say for the last 8 years, I've had things in the, 10 years, I've had things in these pots, and they're still holding on, no cracks. Now up here is where I did that with that handle thing, but this thing is, look, all of them still holding. So anyway, this is my LSU Gold fig, full of figs and fruit, you guys. That's one of the biggest air layers I've ever done. Okay, now, same thing. Remember the figs, the Celeste figs that I took off too early? Let me get them together here. I took them off too early. You guys remember that? And everybody laughed at me like, wah, wah, wah. Okay, this is them. I told you they will bounce back. These two guys here, him and him, check them out. Not only did they keep on growing, but they loaded with figs, as you can see. Loaded with little figs. So it worked. It worked like gangbusters. Everything is growing well. It's even, look, extending down here on the bottom. And that little bitty one, even the little bitty one that I took off. I don't see any fruit on it, but long as it's growing and doing well. Let me see exactly. Here's one of my pop can labels I made. Celeste Fig Potted Air Layer 8/24/18. Remember, I said this was a failure. I wrote fail right there because I didn't think it was gonna make it. So there you go, you guys. Same thing with this one. Failure. There you go. It worked, you guys. I told you. And I got another little LSU Gold over there. Well, 2 of them. So we're gonna keep on moving. We're gonna keep on moving because it's just so much to see. I'm gonna hobble back over here to my horse. You see me sweating like a dog. I'm right in this sun. I'm gonna hobble back over here and we gonna go and do 1 or 2 other things. So hang out. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, you guys. Got another air layer for you. Remember, I did the air layer on the Stella cherry tree out front that's really, really productive. And I didn't know whether it was a Stella cherry tree or a Rainier. It ended up being a Stella. The cherries just wasn't done changing color. But check this out. Here's the air layer from that, which I didn't think was really gonna do nothing. Let's come on around here. This is why it's good to experiment. You don't always gotta know exactly what you're doing, y'all. Stop listening to people say, do this, do that, do this, do that. It's the only way to do it. That's bullshit. Because half the time, I don't know what I'm doing. And it works or it don't work. We having a good time. This is the gardening part where you have a good time. Making sure you got some food, that's the time to be serious, okay? But right now, this is the fun part of gardening. That wind is kicking ass, ain't it, off that lake? I think we about to get that storm that's rolling in from Texas. I see all my people in Texas catching hell from that storm. But check it out. Air layer graft, Stella cherry tree. Nope, not that. Yep, that. Check it out. It's leafed out and it's starting to actually stretch out now. See that? So that is the actual baby, Stella's baby. This is Stella's baby, y'all. And she leafing out and budding out. Let me get these little weeds out because I don't want them taking no nutrients. Leafing out and budding out like crazy. That is the air layer that we took. It was like late fall, right before winter or something like that. Late summer, mid-fallish. Because I did that crazy. But as you can see, it worked. It didn't have no kind of root ball, no root structure on it. But I put it in here anyway. And I keep it watered. And as you can see, oh, and under this big shady tree. All of my experiments are under this big giant shady tree we're under. I think that got a lot to do with it too. So as you can see, that's all working out. All of my air layer grafts are working out. And I'm telling you, I've even tried something else. I watched a couple of different channels, and I'm no good at taking cuttings. I just got to do more research on taking cuttings, because it's very few that worked out for me. I think one of the cuttings I've ever done that worked out was a mulberry tree. It worked out, and I don't think I had nothing to do with it. That was the man upstairs, I think, that made that work. But I did take a cutting off of this loquat tree. This is one of the loquat trees that we relocated from the front of my house all the way back here by the lake. As you can see, it's doing wonderful. Look like it need a little water, a little drink. But all the brown leaves, this is probably the last brown leaf right here, fell off. All the brown leaves are gone. It's perked up. Might need some more water, but my loquat doing real nice. Now this is what I did. Once I trimmed this up, and I trimmed this tree up, well, let me see. I trimmed it up because it had branches down there. See them nubs? I trimmed it up because if I don't trim my trees up a certain height, the beavers would take them with them. Like carry out, drive through. You know what I'm saying? So I trimmed it up and I jammed the trims right into the ground. I didn't do nothing, no water, no powders, no chemicals. I just jammed them in the ground. I ain't got nothing to lose. And I watched a couple people on a couple videos say, man, just jam those in the ground, just like mulberries, and they'll keep growing. Check this out. That's been 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Check this out. So I jammed it in the ground, and look, it's still green. That's two different trees, pieces that I cut off, and it's still green. It's not even limped over or nothing. So I've been keeping this watered, and as you can see, it might be taking roots, and I might have 2 more loquat trees growing right here. So that is an extra bonus. I did not want to trim my tree. I really didn't. As you can see, I did not want to do that. But I think I might be coming out a winner in this game right here. Loquats is looking good. I'm gonna hobble over here because we're gonna go see what the other loquats is doing, because I planted more. I took a lot of branches off of that tree. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna see what the other pieces is doing. I can see them from here. They ain't looking so hot. So let's go check it out. Oh yeah, the only way to ride. Come through the trees, through my little peach and plum orchard. All right, whoa girl, whoa. All right, here we go, hop off the horse. Now let's see what these other loquat cuttings are looking like. These are the other cuttings from the loquat that we put right there, okay? They ain't looking too bad. They do need some water, but let's get into it and see what's going on. There you go. They don't look so happy. They ain't dead, because out here it's a lot of sun, burning sun over here, because this is my garden area that needs to be cleaned up. That y'all saw Princess Led over here tilling for me, but for the most part, you know, I think it'll be okay if we just snip off some of these dead leaves. Maybe it got too many leaves, like some people said. Take these dead energy sucking leaves off, and you know, this thing might just live. This piece look like crap. Get rid of that. I think, you know, I'm gonna leave it alone and let nature take its course, because yeah, I'm saying it as I'm still cutting, huh? But anyway, not too bad. Now that one is still all green. Those are 2 entirely different ones. They still look good. I'm gonna give them some water and see what happens. And this one, I'm not gonna count this big one out either, because it should be dead by now. So we gonna see what happens there. So far, I ain't gonna write it off. We just gonna keep our eye on it, okay? Now, right behind me, I got one more treat for you. Okay, you guys, I gotta put this out here. Now, me and Homestead Heart, we had a little conversation in the comment section because what we were trying to do earlier this spring, we were gonna do some air layers. And we said we're gonna try to see what happens if we don't use any hormone powder. So this whole spring, I haven't used any hormone powder on anything. So right now will be the first time that I'm seeing this. I got my snips just in case. This will be the first time to see if anything happened or not. But I got hope, and the reason I got hope in this tree, I took the air layer off this Red Haven peach tree, and the reason I got hope is because, look, it's still green and leafed out. The squirrels ate all the peaches off the tree, but I ain't gonna worry about that this year. I'll just buy a few peaches from y'all. So this is the air layer we did right here. No hormone powder, no nothing. It looked bad, but something must be happening if all my leaves are still nice yellow and nice and green. A little dead peach right there, the squirrel ain't still. Okay, now let's get in here and see what happened. Let me try to get a better angle. Get a better angle on it. There we go. Let's see what happened. This is all of our first time seeing this. Something was on me. I was about to run. That don't, oh! I was like, that don't look good, but look, that's not rope. That's roots. Roots. Golly, I'ma call you Kunta. You got so many roots. Look at that, y'all. My Red Haven peach tree worked. The air layer. So, let me come around here and see the other side, see what we're dealing with. Roots. Roots all up and down in there. See that? All that white, that's white roots. Kunta, you go ahead with yourself. So, as y'all can see, the air layer without any hormone powder worked. So, Homestead Heart, this is for you. It works. There's no real need for that hormone powder. I know it does something, but I guess if you don't really need it, don't use it. Because this one is about to get snipped. Let's do it. Let's snip this sucker off. Where's my L snippos? Oh, I set them down over here. As a matter of fact, this is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna come back and snip him off. No, we snipping his ass right now. So I'm gonna set this down so we can kind of see what's going on. I'm gonna cut this air layer off right now. Cut it down. There it is. There it is, y'all, full of roots, full of life. So, as you can see, it worked perfectly. Perfectly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna pot this up right after I'm done with this. It worked, y'all. There you go. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this right here for a second because I'm gonna cover it up with the foil so the sun don't get it. And we gonna, man, that's awesome right there. Whole nother Red Haven peach tree. So that was the video I said, before you go pruning your tree, maybe you should air layer it off. That way you're gonna cut it off anyway. But if you air layer it and we're gonna call it air layer pruning. If you air layer it off, you make more trees for your garden, more trees for your land that you don't have to buy, or they can make you money by selling it off. So I got a tree here that I could sell off. Didn't cost me nothing. Shouldn't have said that, huh? So anyway, there you go. The air layers worked. So before you go pruning your trees for the spring and the fall, you might want to think about air layering a couple of those branches. It'll make you some money. So I got one more treat for you. Then we're going to get out of here. This video been long enough. Hold on. Let's get it. Ha! Move out. Let's get on it. Ha! on out of here. Move, man. Sound more like James Brown than a cowboy, don't it? This is my last little surprise, you guys. These are the Bantam hens that we got. A couple of them didn't make it, but these are my Bantams. As you can see, get them some more feed in there. But these are the Bantams, and they hot. I had this shaded, but the sun done moved. But as you can see, they got their fancy shoes on. And you see Frizz back there with the frizzy hair, like she just come from the hair salon. I see they drunk all their water. I got to give them some more water right now. But they all stay beautiful. I think I might have a rooster. That little brown and gray one might be a rooster by the tail. This one might be a rooster too. The tail feathers curling back like that. But as you can see, they made it, and they ain't gonna get too much bigger than this. So I'm gonna leave it off right there, you guys. You've all seen the rest of my grafts, updates, and I just wanted to throw y'all a bunch of snippets. Oh, I can't leave like that now, can I? I can't leave with the Bantams. Let me give them some water and wipe the sweat off me looking like a damn slave. And then I got one more trip to take. Okay, you guys, I couldn't finish this video without doing one thing. I wanted to show y'all my my Asian pears. I got remember the pear tree we got from Kroger's this year for $12? It's still kicking strong. It's still kicking strong and growing, so I can't complain about that. Now the best part is, here's one of my Asian pears that I got from Stark Brothers. And I got a couple of little Hosui pears, Asian pears right there. See them? They look like apples. I didn't expect nothing, but I tell you what, we got 4 little pears that the squirrel's probably gonna steal from me. And I told you, that Stark Brothers ain't no joke. You put it in the ground, next season, you gonna see something. This is a twig. Look at my pointer finger and look at the size of the trunk of this tree. It's a twig. So, we gonna keep on moving. All this is my pear row. These are my pear trees. And so far, none of these trees catch fire blight. So that's why I took this tree and I grafted onto it. It wasn't producing fruit. So this is the hood pear. It was originally the hood pear. And I grafted on the secco pear. So far, no fire blight. That's what I wanted. Now here's the moon glow pear right here. And as you can see, I got a couple little pears right there. Can't tell me nothing. But that ain't what this is supposed to be about. Let's go ahead and take a trip down Lemon Lane. Remember, this is where I threw my back out at. Well, finished my back up. And this is where Princess led. She planted this stuff for me. This is the Owari Satsuma orange. Loaded with little oranges all over the tree. You can barely see them because they're the same color as the leaves. But it's full of blooms and full of oranges. So it panned out really, really nice. I got fruit all over this tree. That ain't gonna make it. When they turn yellow like that, that's a dead body right there. So here's the other Owari, full of blooms and full of fruit. Blooms all over the place. Got fruit all over the place. So those are doing excellent, excellent. Now here's the brown select Satsuma, and it's full of fruit too. As you can see, all in there. So putting them in the ground was a good idea. I really wanted to do this to create a microclimate in here, so when it gets cold in the winter, I could just throw a tarp. I want all this stuff to kind of grow together, grow on top of each other. So I just throw a little tarp on it, and it'll cover up everything, and it can pretty much sustain the whole winter just like this. Because what I learned from that, I learned from Lillian, my giant Meyer lemon tree. As long as it got some kind of canopy over it, the outside is gonna die off. Long as the branches are brown and woody, that brown wood ain't gonna die off. The outside stuff and the new growth, it might freeze off and die, but the tree gonna be saved and the wood gonna be saved to fruit another year. So let's see her. This is her. This whole thing is one whole tree. It's over 15 feet wide and it's over 15 feet tall. That big piece at the top up there, the reason why that's not all the way up there anymore is because it's loaded with lemons. Can you see that? And it's weighing it down. But as you can see, if I get closer, the whole tree is loaded with lemons all over. Every branch, lemons. This tree is so productive, and it always has been. Let me get the zoom off of that. It always has been very productive. This is why I wanted it in the ground in the first place. Look at that. Tons of lemons everywhere. So the reason I wanted to get this in the ground so it can get bigger. This is actually a dwarf. And it said it was only supposed to get to 4 feet tall. As you can see, that too was a lie. So as you see all of this stuff down here on the ground, you guys, look at this. All of this is fruit weighing this branch down. What I plan on doing, since all my air layering is working so good, I'ma air layer that whole branch off and get a whole nother big tree off of this. And I'm gonna do that as soon as I'm done with this video. So as you can see, coming down Lemon Lane, and if y'all don't understand what that means, it's not just a lane, a little alley with citrus. I named this alley after my mom. So I ain't gonna get into details about that, but I named it after my mom. So as you can see, Lillian is loaded full of fruit, full of lemons. We're gonna leave y'all with that big branch of mama's right there. Look at that. This whole tree is hundreds of lemons on this tree. And for all this asking, I know you're gonna ask me, you're gonna say, Led, how long you had that tree in the ground? It's been a solid 3 years now. This spring made 3 years in the ground. And you gotta remember something. Last year, the freeze killed it almost down to the rootstock. And all of this grew from the little bit that was left off the rootstock. It was maybe 4 inches tall, maybe just say 6 inches tall. This whole tree came from that. So just like that Fuyu persimmon, if your tree die off and it still got a little bit left of the over top of the graft, don't give up on it yet. It's not done. Don't give up on it. Still got hope, still got life. Had a bee on my leg. She was drinking the salt off my leg. Anyway, you guys, it worked. So I am going to take that air layer off the bottom so it don't be dragging the ground so low. I can see I'm going to take about 2 or 3. I'm going to get 2 or 3 4-foot trees off of this tree. So it don't just, because these top branches are going to drag that. They're going to drag down once those lemons get big. Y'all know that. Anybody with lemons. So it's working. I just wanted to throw y'all a bunch of snippets. This is a long video, but it was worth it. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Thanks a lot, y'all, for coming around here with me. I'm still hobbling around, and I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I hope this is some kind of fungus. Check this out. This is disgusting, really. I'm glad I didn't step in it. That's some fungus. Some kind of fungi right there. For a minute, I thought it was some poop, but ain't no animal gonna poop all the way around this piece of clay dirt. But this is why I say don't get rid of your clay. Don't get rid of all your clay. That stuff got so many minerals and nutrients in it that look what it do. That's just sitting outside of the ground and you see fungus just growing right here in all these wood chips. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for rolling with me. And I couldn't have done it without you. A lot of these experiments and updates that we saw today came from your help. It ain't just always about me. It ain't always about you. It's about us. All right? Thank you. Lair Farmer 73, I love you. G code for life. Thank you, Gardening Gang. I love you, and I'm out.